This is the most controversial decision I've ever made in the car industry. And this isn't about if dealerships are good or bad. At the end of the day, their job is simple: sell a lot of cars from their brand and their inventory. But if the solution to your situation isn't inside that brand, or they don't have the experience to structure the deal, and even if both of those are true and they try to take advantage of you, then you either can't be helped or you can be, but you'll be taken advantage of. And recently, something happened in my life that forced me to make a decision. Do I keep doing what I've been doing that I love so much at a very high level inside the dealership world, or do I build something completely different? You know me for breaking sales records and helping everybody with very complicated deals. People who are looking for the best deal possible, or they're buried in negative equity, or they're a first time buyer and don't want to get screwed, or they've been screwed before and they don't want to get screwed again, or they want to learn how to do it themselves. These are deals most people don't know how to structure, don't want to learn how to structure, and don't want you to understand. And I've been obsessed with how this system actually works. One thing that I see that somebody is buried in negative equity, and I know there's a way to fix it, but the vehicle that could actually help them get out of their situation sometimes just isn't on my lot. And that's the reality most people don't understand about the car business, because there's three things that determine whether a deal can work or not. First, how much does the professional actually know about structuring the deal right? Second, what products and vehicles are available to help solve this problem? Third, if that particular dealership does honest business with no hidden fees or hidden markups. And most of the time, those three things don't exist in the same place. I've been in situations where I knew exactly how to fix somebody's problem, but the vehicle that would make the numbers work for their situation wasn't at our store. So I refer them to someone because I care about actually helping the person. And they're told that they still can't be helped. Not because it wasn't possible, but because one of those three things just didn't line up. So I started asking myself a question: what if someone's job was built entirely around helping the buyer? And I've actually seen this around social media where there are people who are literally doing this. No brand or lot limitations, access to the best deals to all the major brands all across the country at any time for any given situation. And that's when I started thinking, what if? What if with those things in combination with my work ethic, all I know, all I've ever given and sacrificed to this industry to always put myself in the best position possible, to always make sure the customer was taken care of in the best way I possibly could? What if I could just maybe work for you? So I made the biggest decision of my career. I officially have stepped away from the dealership industry, and now I work directly for the buyer and only for the buyer. That means if somebody's buried in negative equity, I'm no longer limited to one brand to solve that problem. If someone's a first time buyer that doesn't want to get taken advantage of, I can guide them through the entire deal structure. If someone's been screwed over from the past, I can protect them from making that same mistake again. And if someone just simply doesn't want to deal with the dealership process at all and still get the best deal possible, I can handle that entire process for them. But there's one other group of people this actually helps that I really do care about helping: people who want to learn and understand how the system and deal structures work, so they can walk into the dealership, know exactly what they're doing, get the best deal possible with nobody else's help. And that is something I could never do fully in the dealership world, not because of my dealership in itself, but really because I would have spent hours pouring my time and energy into making sure they understood exactly what to do. And if we didn't have a product they didn't like or wasn't good for their situation, they would go somewhere else and buy, which is great for them. But the problem with that is that I can't work for free for several hours, and neither can the people around me. And now that is no longer the case, because now I'm not limited to one dealership or brand or lots. And if there's a situation, strategy, or vehicle that will solve the problem, I can literally structure the deal from anywhere or just educate you on how to do it yourself. So it's actually official. I no longer work for the dealership, I work for you. If you need help with your negative equity situation, or if you just want somebody to handle the full deal for you because you're a first time buyer, or you've been screwed over in the past, or if you just don't have any time to do it yourself, or you just want to learn how to do everything yourself, then let me know in the comments which one you are. I'll send you an intake form. I'll make sure it's the easiest, best process you ever went through to get you the best deal possible or educate you in the best way possible. For any help at all, now or in the future, and for more content like this, follow Corey Creates Deals.